Hi everyone, welcome to Good Day Chula Vista, episode 46. Is it 46 or 47?
46.
46, yes. So we're getting close to the 1 year anniversary. Don't forget June 27th. Yes. So today we have our guest. She's very special and she's been here with us 4 times, right?
I think so.
For different things.
Yeah.
She's one of her favorite because she wears so many hats. So today she's wearing the lender's hat. And I've been working with her very closely the last few months and I have learned so much. And so I invited her again because we want to go over a few things about these loans. So before we get started, please share this video. It's about government assistance, down payment assistance programs. So share this video with your friends on your Facebook page so other people can see it. Did you say something? Did I miss something?
No, I thought you were going to say stay with us.
Yes.
Don't forget.
Stay with us.
Don't forget. Don't forget.
Okay, so welcome back. And I know you've shared the video, so now let me introduce you to Stephany Puente. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So Stephany, before we get started, tell us about you.
So I'm a loan officer and also a branch manager in La Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
I have my team. I have 2 junior loan officers that help me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a processor, my junior processor, disclosures. So we have a good team in our marketing. Jennifer Norton.
Uh-huh.
She's probably going to be putting little things on the comments.
Yes,
she
she always
everything.
does. She's great.
So I've been doing this for 18 years, and I've been doing government loans on and off since 2003, 2002.
Oh,
I
wow.
used to work at Countrywide Home Loans,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I learned a lot of this. So, yeah.
Besides that, she's also our organic guru here, like telling us how to eat, how not to eat, and she gave us that really nice class of how to make kombucha. So I'm making that at home right now, and now I'm inviting other friends on how to make it. So thank you for that, because I know you're always so busy with the loans, but then you take the time to teach us so many other things. So thank you for doing that.
Well, thank you for sharing it.
Of course, I'm benefiting. I'm losing weight. I'm staying fit. Everybody at home is losing weight and staying fit because of the kombucha. So we have some questions for you, and I kind of broke it down some questions so we can kind of go over these programs.
Okay.
So, what percentage of your current business right now is government assistance programs?
Probably 70%.
Loans, I mean.
70%.
70%. In between which?
Probably 40% down payment assistance with the counties and the cities,
Mm-hmm.
and CalHFA probably like another 30%.
Wow, that's a lot. So the reason I wanted to ask you that is because that means you have so much experience. You've done it so many times, and you do it so many times every month that you become an expert. You know everybody at the city departments and who you have to talk to. If something got stuck, why did it get stuck? You know how to fix it because, well, you've learned.
Yeah, and I have a lot of support, so I'm very blessed. The girls at the county are good to us.
Yeah.
You know, the people at the city of Chula Vista are great to us, and National City, and even CalHFA, our Cheryl Silva, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She helps us a lot with questions that we have, and yeah, repetition is what makes you better at something, right?
Right. Yeah, and having the right connections, you know. You're a team player, and I think becoming friends with them and having a good relationship with them speaks highly of you because they know you're a team player and you really care for the clients. And then, you know, it helps the clients because then you get to close faster and
Yes.
with less hiccups.
Yeah.
Less hiccups. I didn't say no hiccups. So how many years have you been doing this type of loans?
Since 2003, 18 years.
18 years?
Probably a little bit before that, yeah.
Wow.
On and off, yeah. So in 2003 all the way to 2007, 2008, and then again in 2011 to 2012, and then again in 2015 I started again, but even more.
Mm-hmm.
I got into it more.
So what cities and what programs do you manage for this? Or are you certified for?
I'm certified with the city of El Cajon, the city of Chula Vista. They have funds right now, $70,000 per family.
Mm-hmm.
The county of San Diego lends 17% down, plus $10,000 for closing costs. City National City will have funds in July, and they'll be lending up to $70,000. City of El Cajon lends you $50,000 for townhomes and $100,000 for single-family homes. And you don't have to put any money down with the City of El Cajon.
Wow.
But you do have to pay closing costs, so you can always get the seller to do that or get a gift. The county and the city require 3% down funds from the family. It can be, City of Chula Vista does not want it to be a gift. They've changed their regulations and they're a lot more stricter. All these programs require a 640 FICO score. I'm also approved with Riverside and Los Angeles City and Los Angeles County.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really, this must work really good in Riverside because the prices are so low.
Yes, but also because the income limits are they're lower, it's a little bit more difficult for families to get the funds. But they've just increased income limits right now, so that's helping a little bit.
Oh, well, that's good. So, you know, before I used to think this was for low income families only, but it's not. You know, you said you said they raised the limit like to 700 and...
Yeah, in April they just changed it. The median, let me see here. The median income limit right now for a family of 4 is 77,000, and it used to be 72.
Right. But
so
still,
they went
you know,
up. Yeah. And it's actually gone up even a little bit higher. But at this point, I think that, you know, there's those people that are barely making just under that and they qualify for it. But if they are pushed over by that income limit, depending on the family size, then they can possibly qualify for CaliHFA, which is $157,000 a year.
Okay. Oh, wow. See, 150, right. So that's not a low income family.
No. And their purchase prices are up to $705,000. They were just increased. And the county and the city have just increased their purchase price power too to 600 and something thousand. I think. So it went up higher. So they're helping people that have families that have family sizes up to 8. You know, family size of 8 is like 90,000 per family. So maybe you've got 2 parents, maybe the mom and the dad and the 4 kids living in a house.
Right.
So it's perfect. Then they all can qualify for the program.
That's great to know because I know that there's so much confusion out there thinking that these are programs for low-income families, and it's not. And a lot of the agents like myself are not, I'm barely getting familiar with all these programs, and I'm fascinated by them. So I know that a lot of my friends that are agents out there, I highly recommend that you guys learn a little bit more because you know what, you would help so many more families. It requires a little bit more work. Maybe the escrows are at 45 days instead of 30 days, but it's so worth it for your clients.
And then also right now the income limits have changed. So family of 4 is 77,850. Family of 5 is 84,100. Up to a family of 8 is 102,800. 102,800, which it wasn't like that. So they just changed this. So the 2008 San Diego median income is 81,800.
Wow.
So that's pretty amazing. That's going to give a lot more families potential to be able to qualify for these programs.
Right. Yeah, and she's having a class also. I'll bring that up right now and we'll bring it up at the end. But she's having a class on June 21st? June 21st at 6 p.m. at PSAR here in Chula Vista. So if you're an agent or if you're a client and have your agent or you don't have an agent, join the class. Because you're going to learn a lot. And if you know someone that can benefit from this class and maybe they don't speak English, have them come to the class because she'll stay after class and go over it in Spanish.
Yes.
For the people that feel more comfortable in Spanish. But definitely come to that class. So how many grants, because I know that they can get multiple grants for one transaction. How many grants can one person get for a purchase of a home?
It just depends on the type of program they're going to get. So if you have a CaliHFA loan, you can get My Home or a special teacher program, okay? So My Home will lend 3.5% of the purchase price for the My Home, and then for the teacher program, they'll lend up to 4% of the purchase price. And then there's the 3 to 4% ZIP. So you can also get another loan, right, for 3 to 4%. So altogether, you can get up to 8% for down payment and closing costs. And the My Home is at a 2.5% deferred interest rate due in 30 years. As long as you live in the house, you don't rent it out, you don't sell it. You sell it, you rent it out, you have to pay that money back. But at a 2.5% interest rate, which is really amazing.
Which is nothing.
And the ZIP is at 0%. So it is what you owe it. You know, if you owe that, it's 0%. That's all you're going to owe. And then the county will lend you 17% down, and they'll also lend you $10,000 for closing costs. So it's a separate grant. Now, the County of San Diego will make you pay that all back. It's deferred at 3%. funds in the 921 area code right now are out, and they'll probably be available hopefully in September. But their $10,000 grant is forgiven at the close of escrow, meaning when you get your keys, you don't owe that $10,000. You'll only owe the 17% down for
That's
zip
great.
codes of 921.
So it is a gift.
Yeah, the $10,000 is
The grant, which are usually for closing costs, right?
correct. And then there's also My Neighborhood Lift. Lift is also up to $20,000. They actually have just exhausted their funds. We don't know if they're going to have any more funds in San Diego. They usually move to different cities. You know, they used to be in Los Angeles. They went down to San Diego. I'm not sure. You know, right now we're trying to find more funds for other programs, you know, to help with those extra grants. And that can also be applied towards down payment or closing costs.
That lift was great. And you know what? For us agents, sometimes, because we have to ask for a 45-day escrow, but we're saying, yeah, but we don't need any closing costs. We don't need anything. We have money for everything.
Correct.
So our iPad is dying, Claudia. It has 5%.
Yeah, it didn't charge.
Oops. Okay.
The whole through.
Let me, I'm trying to see, oh, here it is. I kind of wanted to submit, so you're going to check the questions over there, because this is where we see the questions. So then, before it dies, let me tell you who's here. So we have Salvador, our beautiful Jennifer there, Jamie, Melanie Flores, Karen Vargas, Esperanza Claude, Erika Gutierrez, she's one of our agents as well, Victoria, Estela, your daughter could qualify for this program also, because she's also certified up there in LA and Orange County, right?
Yeah.
So, Jose Antonio Lira, that's Maria Luisa's husband.
Oh, okay.
That's Maria Luisa's boss.
Well, I mean, she's going to be one of my loan officers, so. Welcome, Maria Luisa.
We like having a boss, because then we have somebody to blame. Ana Hueso and Betsy Ramirez. Betsy, make sure you join this program. Come to the class.
Yes.
Okay. So we might not be able to see everybody that joins if my iPad dies, but I wanted to go over those right now. So just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to understand, I wanted to go over like a few of the last ones that we closed. I know we cannot disclose any names, obviously.
For special situations.
Yes, obviously. My clients don't want their name out there or the property address, but let's go over. For example, we closed one. Let's start with the little one. We closed one, and it was like a $200,000 condo. I know there's not that many, but hey, this agent found a $200,000 condo.
You did, and you get them into escrow fast.
And we got them into it, right? And 45 days. Actually, back then I didn't believe it was 45 days, so I learned the hard way. I did it at 30-day, and I had to ask for an extension, many extensions. But
I think we closed at 50 days. We were 5 days late, even after 45, but we got it done.
So let's give that example. So he didn't have a lot of money, and he wanted a low payment. And I know his payment completely with HOA and property taxes was below $1,000.
Yeah, his payment was $1,276, and then we added a mortgage credit certificate. So let me talk about this mortgage credit certificate.
Yes, how does that work?
Because
It's
even
a
my
little
realtors
confusing.
and my buyers, everybody gets confused, even though I try to explain it. It's very confusing. So mortgage credit certificates are a percentage of your payment. So, for example, the $200,000 purchase price, he had an MCC for $102 a month. That means he gets $1,200 a year, a little bit over $1,200 a year, in an allocation. An allocation means he's going to get that credit regardless of his tax situation. The way some people will get this money back instead of waiting until the end of the year is maybe amending their W-4 form and adding more dependents. I have clients to say, I don't have any dependents. Why am I going to put 3 or 4 dependents? I'm like, okay, well, we're manipulating it so you can get taxed less in your paycheck and get some extra money to help you make your mortgage payment.
Instead of waiting until the end of the
At
year.
the end of the year.
Or they're going to give it to you anyways.
Exactly. Now I have clients that say, well, Stephany, I get $3,000 at the end of the year. Now I'm going to add dependents, and now I'm going to not get that money back at the end of the year. Well, no, that's not true. You're going to get whatever tax situation you're in, it's going to better in any way. It's going to be the same or better. And it's not going to be the same. Why? Because you're going to get that allocation no matter what. It is a mortgage credit certificate. You are getting that money every year. And you can get it for 30 years as long as you live in the house and you don't rent it out. The minute you move out, you're going to lose it. So yeah, you can lose it. So I have mortgage credit certificates maybe up to $400, $500 a month.
Wow.
So I have maybe right now that I've pre-approved someone, my cousin Caesar. Anyway, I'm trying to prove him, and you know, he was asking me how this works, and he's trying to go up to 625, 650, and his mortgage credit certificate is going to be 487.
Oh my God.
So I told him, you don't want to lose this opportunity, because that's going to be a lot of money every month. So if he has a $3,700 payment, it's now going to be $3,200 for over $600,000. So that's a huge benefit. But clients always get confused, and they think, well, if I can amend my own W-4 form, why do I need the mortgage credit certificate to amend it? No, you're right. You can. But then at the end of the year, you're going to pay taxes.
Right.
But not with the mortgage credit certificate. You're getting like a free card saying you are going to pay 20% less. And you're going to get a certificate in the mail that says you can do that because you're a first-time home buyer. So that's how that works. So a lot of my clients have cheaper payments because of that.
So for example, let's go over this one. So his payment was going to be $1,200.
So his payment was $1,276 minus his MCC of 102. His payment is $1,174 with taxes, hazard insurance, homeowners association fees. Everything 30 years fixed.
Wow. So 2-bedroom, 1-bath, remodel condo. He's really happy. And then we had another one, and this one was a house, $500,000. That was the price of the house. And so what was the situation? How this client got how many grants, and what's the payment?
$500,000 for the county, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was able to get city funds before they ran out, 17% down, and now she's getting $10,000 as a grant from the city of San Diego, and it's forgiven at the close of escrow. And she was also be able to get a $20,000 grant from Lyft, forgiven after 3 years of living in the property. So she is getting $30,000 for free.
Right.
And her payment is going to be around $2,400 with taxes and insurance.
For a $500,000 home.
And that's
she's
with
only
MCC.
putting down 3%.
3% down.
That's it.
And that's minus your home inspection. So the city will make sure that you get reimbursed your HQS inspection.
Right.
Which has to be ordered with the county, and they have a specific list of inspectors. Now the city of Chula Vista has different regulations than the county. I usually use the inspectors from the county, so I don't have to, deal with working with other inspectors that maybe are not as qualified. So I will use a lot of the same inspectors for all the other different type of programs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they get all that money back. Yes.
Karen has a question.
Karen? Okay.
How does a family know if they qualify for any type of grant?
Depends on the income limits, the family size. Now, the county and the city will take in effect any family members that are working that are living currently in the residence. So you don't necessarily not have to be on the loan. Even people that are not on the loan and are considered dependents, they will count that income towards family income, not to qualify, but to take them out of the program.
Right.
So it's very important to know who's going to live in there. And they're going to find out. They're going to say, oh, your mom doesn't live with you anymore? Then give me proof of her lease agreement.
Yeah.
They are going to ask us for everything because they truly want to make sure that you need this money and that you truly, are going to benefit from this, and you're not going to manipulate the situation, right? Because these are meant for people that shouldn't be renting, and they're going to have actually a cheaper payment and can afford it.
So there's so many guidelines. Like Stephany makes it seem so easy because she knows them all by heart because she does this every day. I'm like trying to take notes. So the easiest way, Karen, would be for them to call Stephany. Set up an appointment, one-on-one. Yeah, it seems like she's really busy because she has all those loans, but she always has time. Even if she's busy, she'll make the appointment, and when she sets that appointment, it's a one-on-one, and her time is just with that client.
Yes.
So don't feel like because she's busy and she has all these loans, she has no time for you. She will definitely make the time. So make sure you call, make an appointment, come and talk to her, and that way you know exactly what programs you qualify, because you might be thinking, oh, they said this, they said that, so that means I don't qualify. Make the appointment. That's how you're going to find out. So that's probably the best way, right, to find out.
Always. When clients call us, I always tell them, I can't give you any information over the phone. Why? Because I don't know your situation. I don't know how much you make, how many people are in your family. I need to look at your tax returns. And they ask for 3 years of tax returns, 8 weeks of pay stubs because they want to see the rhythm of your payments. They ask for 6 months of bank statements sometimes because they want to see if there's any cash deposits. Maybe you have a side job. They really, truly want to make sure and see what you are really making.
Right.
And who's going to live in the house, and if they get Social Security, or if, they have a side job. They want to know everything. So I email a link for an online application, and we send the list. And clients sometimes will start emailing us everything and filling out the application so we could start on this. And then we order verifications of employment because we verify that the income is accurate.
Right.
Because if
to
we're
make sure.
over by $1, we're out of the program.
That's one of the things that is important, that you're doing your city loan with somebody that really knows how to, how to calculate all the income. Because that's how I got all the bad information, because a lot of lenders didn't really know the program. So then at the end of the day, it wouldn't close because they were off by, like she said, $1. And you know what? There's nothing you can do. That's what it is. And you don't qualify, so you would have to cancel escrow. So it's important that you go with someone that has been closing many of those loans, the previous year, so they know how to calculate all the income, right?
Correct.
So, okay, so this client of ours, 500,000 house, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, huge lot, and their payment is only $2,400.
With the mortgage credit certificate.
And they're getting the $20,000 free and the $10,000 free.
So $30,000.
Yes.
And they're getting 17% down for their down payment.
And I got her an escrow. And I was running that day because you know what? The city, that's the thing. You have to have an agent that is willing to work that day until they get it accepted, because when the funds are available, you'll get a call from Stephany. Hey, the city has funds for 2 families, but you guys need to get them in escrow by tomorrow. So that night, we are out looking for properties. We put in the offer, and we make sure we have an accepted offer the next day so she can submit it to the city. So we have to be ready like all the time. And the clients that want to get these funds, they're willing to work as hard as we are working and getting it done, and knowing that, we might lose the funds and then we have to wait or go with another program. But make sure you find an agent that's willing to work weekends and nights, and because it's going to make a difference.
It's very important because my job is never over. Wherever I'm at, I'm getting calls even on the weekends. Even though I'm not in the office, I'm calculating people's payments before they're submitting offers. And Faby's one of those that's out there hustling and getting people into houses.
I'm like, Stephany, I need a pre-approval right now. Can you reply to the email and tell them that we're going to be fine? Take our offer. So we have one more that I wanted to go over. We have this was a single mom, and she bought a condo that was I think $275, I believe, or $375.
$325, right?
$325.
Yeah, $325.
$325 was the price of that condo, and her payment is going to be what?
$325, and her payment is with the MCC credit. It's going to be $1725.
$1725, less than what she's paying for rent.
And the HOA is expensive in that area. It's $430.
Yeah. Because you know what, it includes the water, and it's in Bonita, right by the golf course. So it's a really nice location, but her payment is going to be $1,700.
And she pays $1,850 in rent right now.
Exactly.
So her payment's actually cheaper than her rent.
So what kind of programs is she getting?
She's getting the city of Chula Vista, $70,000, and she's contributing her 3%. So out of that $70,000, I'm allowed to use part of that money for closing costs, and the rest for down payment.
So does all Bonita qualify for the Chula Vista City program?
So Bonita's considered the county of San Diego, but in specific areas of Bonita, it's considered Chula Vista.
Oh, I see.
So there's a mismatch somewhere in the golf course of Bonita.
Yes.
So they think it's the county, and it's not. It's the city of Chula Vista. So we have to make sure that all our agents are always checking their maps and making sure that their areas are zoned city or county. It's very crucial.
Right.
So buyers out there, you can't just get any realtor. You have to get a realtor that's certified and knows these programs like Faby, because if you don't, you'll get into the wrong house. All my realtors that I work with are trained, and they know what properties they can buy and can't buy.
Right. Claudia's laughing because I learned the hard way. So I'm going to go over that because I think it's important. Obviously, I'm not perfect. And even though I went to the class, I was probably on my phone sometimes, that part of the class. So there's a few things that I made a mistake on, and I want to bring them up because I think it's important so other agents don't go through the same thing that I went through. The property cannot be rented out. It needs to be owner occupied or vacant. Luckily, the property that I put the offer in was vacated within a week. The tenants moved out, so I was like, oh, because we could have lost the property because there was a tenant in there. So Stephany's team is very fast at checking all those things, so immediately I got a call. It's not like they're waiting until the end, like, oh my God, we're not going to be able to do it. Like, immediately they caught it. They checked the MLS, they checked what I'm saying, they checked the contract, so they caught it immediately. I was like, let me call the agent, and yeah, it was vacated, so it was vacant, so we were able to get it.
So we followed the rules of the county, and we made sure it was vacant before submitting the application, so we did everything in the orderly way.
Right, we got everything right because they caught it immediately, and we were able to work. But imagine if the tenant was going to stay there the whole 30 days. I would have not been able to close that deal. So it's very important that I know that it cannot be rented out. It's to be vacant or needs to be seller occupied when we're doing those programs. The other one that we followed the advice from the agent. She was saying that everything was permitted in the property, even though it was not showing some of the stuff on tax records. She said they had permits for everything, and I trusted that. So my clients ended up spending money on the inspection, and the seller ended up fixing a few items that the inspector required. And then we did all the investigations, the sellers and the clients and the agent, and guess what? One bathroom was not permitted. So we found the permits for everything else except one bathroom, so we had to cancel. So it's very important that we don't waste the time of our clients and the money of our clients, and we really don't put any offers on anything that we think it's not permitted unless we have those permits beforehand. And don't just trust that the agent is telling you, oh yeah, it's grandfather in.
Check your public records, people.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
one of those are the two things. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, and
What
you know
other
what?
mistake did I
And
make?
that's the city of Chula Vista. They're very strict. The county and the city the county is strict. The city of 921, they're not as strict.
Right.
You know, so you can get away with a few things. So each program kind of has their special regulations. So that's where I try to kind of talk to my agents and say, okay, with them, maybe not such a big deal. With them, yes, a big deal.
Right. The good thing is that you know.
Yeah.
So then
From experience, because I made a lot of mistakes too. So I learned.
I was telling Stephany at the beginning, oh my God, I am so sorry. She's like, don't worry, she's so patient.
Takes time to learn all this.
Okay, so those are the some of the ones that I've closed lately, but I really encourage you to come to the class on June 21st, 6 p.m. at PSAR, and learn about these programs. Bring your family, bring your neighbors if you know they're still renting, because it's a really good program, especially if you're a teacher. There's programs for the teachers.
Yeah, with CaliChafe, the 4% down for closing costs or down payment, you know, or for the down payment.
So they have to be a teacher, or can they work at a school?
At a school district. They just have to work for the school district.
So they can be the secretary or the
Custodian.
The custodian.
Doesn't matter. And CaliChafe just passed a new regulation too that if you have a granny flat, they will use the rent to offset your income.
Oh,
So
wow.
you'll be able to qualify for a little bit more if you
Yeah.
have a little guest house.
So if you work for the school district, make sure you come to the class.
Exactly.
Okay, any questions since I can't see my iPad because somebody forgot to charge it?
Can you receive grants with the purchase of a piece of land?
No. Those are construction loans and they're completely a whole different animal. I've done those maybe 10 years ago and they were very difficult. You need a lot more money down, you need reserves. That's just completely different.
Right. Okay, so it's to be a house. I think we answered, and then Karen made a few more comments. Can you read her comments since I can read them?
Super great info on the MCC, free money.
Yeah.
And then Victoria said, great, I will let her know. She is in San Bernardino.
Okay, that's Stella's daughter. 'Cause she's up there, and I know she just got married.
Okay.
So they're thinking of buying. So this would be a great program.
Yeah.
And Carmen said, you two are great with all this info.
Oh, thank you.
I'm barely learning, but thank God I'm here with an expert.
Yeah. I try. I make a lot of mistakes, but we're getting there. We're
Hopefully,
doing
I'm
good.
gonna see you guys there at the class. I always try to make it, and I try to always make it, even though that I'm already familiar with the program, because I like to ask questions. Because I think a lot of the people that are there are embarrassed to ask, because you're in front of all these people. And
There's a really cool thing too with the County of San Diego. After you've purchased your home with them, they offer a renovation loan.
oh, they do.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's up to $25,000 or $35,000, and it's also forgiven. Not forgiven. It's due in 30 years. So people that maybe got houses that were very outdated, they can put in an application after we close escrow and ask for those funds so they can remodel their house.
So in the 92154.
No, this would be county, like Bonita, Lemon Grove, Spring Valley, La
Okay.
Mesa. Certain areas. So there's like a map. Right, and then there's parts of El Cajon, Lakeside, Santee, Ramona.
Mhm.
Those are all County of San Diego. 921 doesn't
Do
have
you
it
need
yet.
equity or no?
No, it's right after you close escrow. You can ask for that loan.
Wow.
So we can give you the application, and I do have a few of my clients already requesting that.
And is it until they run out of funds?
No, they have a lot of funds right now. So, I mean, they haven't said anything about renting out. So, it's a special allocation that they have right now for
Only
rehabs.
for the people that bought with those programs.
Correct.
Because I was going to go apply. I know,
for
Faby,
those-
you can.
Only for those programs.
Okay. Well, we're going to wait for you June 21st, 6 p.m. with Stephany Puente with Point Mortgage. I know there's many lenders out there. A lot of you guys are my friends, and everybody has their specialty, right?
Exactly.
We don't want to take anybody's business. But if you're a lender and you want to learn, I don't think you have a problem that they come, right?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Just come in. You might join her team. How many people in your team, you said? 6?
5 or 6 people, or actually almost 7. Maria Luisa
Maria Luisa's
will
coming.
be joining our team, so
Yeah.
excited
How do you
about
like
that.
Point Mortgage?
I like Point Mortgage. I've been there since 2012 or 2011.
Oh, wow. It's been a while.
Yeah.
With Johnny and Scott. You know what? Whenever there's an issue, I like when we have our loans in-house because I can always email
Yes.
Scott and
Yes.
you know, he'll help you pull strings if you're busy and then
And Scott loves it.
Yes.
He loves the attention.
She said it, Scott, not me. Okay, so let's do the raffle before I forget.
Again.
Huh?
Again.
Again, like last time. June 27th, I keep forgetting. June 27th, ¿verdad, Claudia?
Monday?
For the anniversary, 27th?
Yes, June 27th.
So it's Wednesday, and that's our 1-year anniversary. And Stephany is one of our sponsors. She gave us some money, some gift cards.
To organic places.
Of course. She's so good. So we have other sponsors that we have. Let me try to remember the names. We have the Inspectors Company. We have Stephany with Point Mortgage. We have Coldwell Banker West. All Countywide Termites, Albert Zuniga. We have Brandon Martinez with West Coast Financial. Regal Escrow. We have another escrow that she doesn't want us to say the name, but another escrow also. Lorena Salcedo, our attorney, she also. So we have all these gift cards. It's over $1,000 in gifts.
We got 2 today.
We got 2 more. Yeah.
And you're still missing 2 or 3 for me.
Oh, and then we have Padre tickets from Coldwell Banker. So we have all these things. So make sure you join us also that day because we're going to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary and giving out a lot of stuff.
Yay.
So get a name. Hold on. Let me do the sound.
Leti Hueso.
Yay, Leti! Let me do the sound. Leti Hueso, felicidades. Hey, she's been with us every week for a year.
Oh.
Every week, right?
She's your cheerleader.
Yes, she works at Hobby Lobby and I love going there. Every time I go there, I look for her. Hey. She'll text me when they have specials. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's it. Do you have anything else to add?
Come to our class June 21st at 6 p.m. We're taking reservations. They are limited. You know, they run out pretty quick in the next, probably the 10 days before our class. So come and learn. Bring a family member. We're going to have coffee and goodies, all organic.
Mm-hmm. Yummy.
So you can eat and drink some coffee while you're listening to me and other speakers.
Bring those muffins. Remember the red velvet you want? Where are those from?
That's baby cakes.
Oh my god. Those
I
were
know.
so good.
Yeah, I'm thinking of ordering it there too because everybody loved them.
The what?
The macarons.
Oh. We wanted to say thank you. We get so many gifts here at the office and we're like so spoiled. Just like you are, like all this stuff. I think when you really love what you do, people can see it.
Yep.
And they want to demonstrate their appreciation. So we got this today. They're organic. Thank you, Sal. Thank you so much. You're always, helping us, supporting us, and cheering us up for everything that we do. So thank you so much. And we're going to leave you with a video of one of our newest listings. It's a small condo in San Diego, right off National City. And it's listed for $240,000 to $260,000. That's the price range that we have. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. A really nice corner location. So if you're interested, we'll play the video for you and let us know if you need to get pre-qualified. Stephany can do it. Alrighty. Well, thank you.